Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne and welcome to my little corner, our little wannabe homestead that we are turning into a homestead. So I've got several things for you today. Here in just a moment, I'm going to show you what my son and I were up to today. And then I'm going to show you what we're doing for dinner. And I did all of that earlier and kind of compiled it through the day. What you did not see is another trip in there to Aldi, and I'll talk to you about that when we come back. And then I'll explain to you why we are doing what we are doing. So bear with me. I'm going to show you everything, explain everything to you, and then I'll come back and kind of explain a little bit more to you about what we're doing, why we are doing it, how we are doing it, and how we're going to get started. So give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Good morning, everybody. Today's gonna look a little different. I told y'all the other day we have a full day today. We have decided in the matter of several days to totally change up how we eat, how we cook. I used to do this years ago. So we are going back to more of what I call a modified Mediterranean diet. So the 20-year-old and I are gonna head out. We're gonna grab our celebratory coffee. We always get a coffee when we go out and do an errand, so we're going to grab us a coffee from one of the local stores, and then I will show you what we're going to do today. First stop after coffee is dress. My goddaughter, several weeks ago, a month ago, we dropped off her dress to be altered. Well, today we're going to pick it up, and then he and I've got several things to do. And I'm going shopping for different spices and foods and things that we need. And this will help our budget as well, because what I have found out with the Mediterranean type style is we do go more of a pescatarian. I do add turkey meat in. That's pretty much all. So that's what we're going to do. And a lot of that I get at Aldi. But when it comes to my smaller things, my spices, my general, we have a restaurant, a grocery store in the neighboring city that we're going to go to, and I can pick up all my spices. So come with us and let's just have a day out getting some errands done and see what we can get into today, because it's a beautiful day today. It's going to be about 70 degrees. So I just showed you the coffee place that we like to go to. I gave you a little snippet of their menu. They are right up above our house. They are in the same building as where my husband works. And they are wonderful when it comes to allergies. As you guys know, I have a cinnamon allergy. And the first time we went in, everywhere we go into, they really are good to us because we use a lot of small businesses. But these girls, the one told me, she goes, all of our syrups are made in house, so she knows exactly what's in them. So whenever I go in, she knows that I can't have cinnamon, and she lets me know if it's in anything I want. So I really love them. They are super duper nice. So if you're in the area, please stop by. It's called Higher Ground Coffee Shop, and it is in South Carolina in the upstate. So stop by and check it out. They are a very nice group of people. It's very homey and comfortable, and they've got the batting in the ceiling, even though it's a warehouse type thing, and it's very comfortable and cozy and very quiet. So check them out, and off we go to get the wedding dress. Okay, so we just picked up her dress, and I'm going to tell you, I found this, was told about this alteration shop years ago from a very friend, and I want to publicly thank them. They have been absolutely wonderful. They're in a town called Pendleton, and they've been here for probably 50 years, 60 years. The sweetest people ever, and we're going to miss them. They are retiring, so they have actually getting ready to close shop. So we're very fortunate that we were able to get in to get one of their last appointments, and we're going to go into this new store. It's not new, but it's new to us. It's the candy shop that I showed y'all from last time that was closed. It is open, so we're going to check out the candy shop today. Look at this, y'all. It's so cool. Oh, it's so funny. So we're going into the candy store. This place is like candy on steroids. Look, it is the coolest thing. They got all kinds, and of course, the 20-year-olds playing with the toy over here. The big, and they've got the jelly bean wall, and then a wall of candy down here. Look, they got lots of candy corn. I love this place.
I got a gummy taco.
Gummy taco. Look, some of the different candies. Oh my gosh, they got root beer lifesavers. And more jelly beans. Look, there's like a huge Jelly Belly wall, y'all. And then you got the bag for the ones they don't have in there. And then there's all kinds of cookies and fudge. Oh, y'all, we could get in trouble in here. Okay, so I had been to the Mediterranean grocery store, and then I forgot that they do not take cards. So we came to the gas station, and I got some cash out of the ATM, and we are going back. And then I'm going to show you later why I go there. Number one, they are a locally owned, family owned business, but they bring in spices, and it's spices that I can get anywhere. They just taste better. The quality to me is a little bit better. And I just got a tub full of nutmeg nuts for $12. I can't buy them that cheap anywhere else. So he's coming back out. We're going to go get the things, and then we will see you shortly. Okay, so as you saw, we are having salmon for dinner. All right. So as you saw, we are having salmon for dinner. So I showed you what I got. I got that at Aldi today. Um, we have done a modified Mediterranean diet before. With all of our chronic illnesses and my migraines and things like that, everybody's going to feel different. Everybody's going to do different. But we felt better when I cooked this way. So today I went to the pita house, which I showed you and I was telling you about. It is over in Greenville, which is a town over from us. So let me show you what I got. And the reason that I went over there, because honestly, seasonings are very expensive. They and with what I needed, I knew I was going to be spending a lot of money, but I needed these seasonings on a very tight budget this week. So what I have done was I went and got some organic tahini for dressings and all. And we will be making hummus, falafel, all that stuff. We love that stuff. I got their ground white pepper. I could have got the pepper flakes. I've been having problems with my migraines a little bit more here lately. Not pepper flakes, but the pepper corns. When I go to put those, I have a coffee grinder. You guys have seen me. I have a coffee grinder that I bought specifically for spices. But sometimes the noise just gets to me. So I went ahead and bought some things ground today. I did buy some nuts, but I bought some things ground. All right, so in my book, and I'm going to show you my recipe book. It's one of the books that my son bought me for my birthday. It is a Mediterranean cookbook. Things about that thick. I have things wrote down that I want to make within the next week. I have things that I want to make this next month. And there are several things in there that when we get the money to make them, I want to, because there's like all their paellas, gumbo stews with all of your fresh seafood and things. And I need to be able to afford that. But the one spice I keep seeing over and over is sumac. So I went and purchased it. Did not know what this was. I really wish you could smell this. It's got such an off-putting smell at first. But once you smell it and you kind of come back from it a little bit, and you let those aromatics work, because this is raw, there's not cooked or no flavors come out, then you start telling that's where your warmth from your Mediterranean things come from. So I'm really excited about this. We're going to be cooking with that. Mustard, ground mustard amount, and I cook with that a lot. Bay leaves. I got me a container of bay leaves. Yes, they are in containers like this, and I love this because if you see, I use these for prep work and things like that. Okay, and then the two things that I bought whole was I found my nutmeg nuts. If you have never used one of these, game changer. These are expensive. This is the whole reason. This and the allspice, the whole allspice. I have found out, even though I'm allergic to cinnamon, I couldn't figure out where I was still getting that flavor from and it not bothering me. It was the allspice. So I've used it a little bit and I'm fine. So I went and bought the spices. So normally, when I went and bought my last nutmeg nuts, I got a small container of them downtown at a very niche place. And for 5 nuts, I paid about $10. I went to this place because I just got a container full of nutmeg nuts. Look at these, y'all. I wish you could smell these. This is what they look like. Kind of rigid, very hard. It is a nut. It's got your little place right there. It's got your place on the bottom, like what you're used to seeing. The smell and the taste. It's just so much more elevated from the already ground. Something that I prefer. I picked them up years ago at the Fresh Market. I don't know if you know what that is, but it is strictly that. It is a market full of fresh things, organic things. Picked up a bag. They sat in my cabinet for a while until I figured out how to get into them. And honestly, I have several things that I use to grade these with. You have seen me. I do have my planers and things like that. But I love my hand grater, especially when I'm mixing up my spice mix for my breads and things. I use this. It works great. So I'll show you how to do this. And then I got the allspice. I got the allspice whole. I'm used to seeing the nutmegs, so I kind of figured they would be a little bit bigger. I know cinnamon's in a stick. I know that cloves are very small with the little sticker thing on the things, what I call it. These look like peppercorns to me. A type of peppercorn. They are smaller, very small. I can show you. Well, let me get that close. But they are very small. Very light. They're not heavy at all. Almost like a pecan, if you've ever felt one of those. Because they're that light inside. So I'm very excited. And I got this whole thing. Now, I got that thing of nutmeg for $12.49. I got this big thing of whole allspice for $6.24. So I got all my spices. I got my tahini. And then I got this harissa. It's a type of pepper paste. There's recipes in my book on how to make this. So I just went ahead and bought one because there's a couple recipes. Then I actually got my whole sesame seeds. And then I needed flax seeds a lot. There's things called for flax seeds. Flax seeds, you know, they get expensive. My bag of flax seeds. It is a pound of flax seeds for $2.99. So, all of this right here, all of this would have cost me at least $100 in the grocery store. With the type of quality this is and everything, I spent $48. So I'm able to bring my spices in that I need to be able to cook. And a lot of these things I'm out of, like my bay leaves, I was just out of bay leaves. And you use bay leaves across the board. So I picked up what I knew I was out of. So that's going to be what we bought there. Because I didn't take you inside. It is a very small, locally owned, and I did not want to disrespect them because I did not talk to them first. Walmart, places like that, they're used to people coming in and filming, but with that being their place, I did not want to disrespect them. But next time I go, before I go, I will talk to them because I would love to show you. It's a restaurant on one side. It's a walk-in. It's got some little tables and chairs. And then you go through the little doorway, archway, and it leads into their grocery store that has more chairs and seating outside. Best food. We'll have to eat next time, and I'll show you what I get. Show you their thing. The shawarma is amazing. So I've got to quit talking about that place because I could talk to you for days. And then after that, we hit one Aldi that's close to there. Because I'm slowly changing over. I have decided to slowly change over my cookware to the Crofton. I have not been happy with my cookware since I bought it last. I went ahead and bit the bullet and spent the money on it, and I can't stand it. It is not what I thought it was going to be. It's been very difficult. It's scratching. No matter what we do, even how we do it, what we use on it, it's starting to stain. It's not supposed to stain. I don't like it. So, I love my braising pan. You guys have seen me use it several times. I love my stock pot. I've used my Dutch oven. I've used it several times. So I'm going to start changing over. So we swung by one Aldi close to the pita house, and they had a pan that I want, but it was a little bit out of my budget. I told my husband about it. He says, well, we're going to go check it out. It's similar to the one that you see me frying. I'm just going to keep frying in that one because that pan was already starting to turn and blackening on the bottom. It's not supposed to do that. So I'm just going to use that to fry in, and we're going to go get one similar to that. I'm changing everything over to the porcelain, the cast iron. I just like it better. It cooks better. And to be able to get things dark and get things blackened like I need them to, I think I'll be better off with that. And my son has been sending me videos of Matthew over on TikTok. And if you guys don't know who Matthew is, this young man is down in New Orleans, or that's where he's from. He lives somewhere else now. And that I have saved several recipes because I've never seen anybody throw down greens like that. So we're going to be getting greens, but I want to be able to have my pots to be able to get them seasoned properly. So we're going to go there. Last night I made something that was fantastic. Big hit with my family. Did not video it because I wasn't feeling well and I needed to not give that energy so that I could save it up for our trip today. But we are going to make those again this week. Especially with the way that the world is right now and with the way things are going. You guys know I've told you for years I have lentils in containers down here. I made lentil tacos last night that were out of this world. So we're going to do that. Now, let's get to dinner because it's 7:20 and my mom probably likes me to quit talking and japping. I just feel like it's been forever since I've seen you, so I feel like I've got so much to tell you. But let's get to this, and I'm going to get it in because I'm going to cook this in the air fryer. So what you saw me do is I bought that big filet at Sam's. You did not at Aldi. I bought it at Aldi. Now, I've got my air frying pans. Our air fryer has a door that comes down, and we've got racks. So that's what our air fryer is. Let me wash my hands really quick because I was talking to you guys. Now, also what we purchased at Aldi was I also bought 4 pounds of ground turkey. I buy them in the roll. I've shown them to you. I'll show them to you when we use them. I do have one in the refrigerator thawing out for tomorrow because I have a very good recipe that we've used before and we loved. I've pulled it back up and we're going to make it tomorrow. And then I'm going to tell you all about the app that I found it on. No, I am not sponsored by anyone. I'm just trying to tell you guys what we do and what I do to help you out. That particular app that I got those recipes off of, a lot of my recipes off of, is called Meal Lime. It is free, but they do have a paid one that my husband and I are talking about checking out because they have a little more extensive recipes like what I like to do. We really do, before my illnesses set in our work, We love to go out. We are big foodie people, and I want to be able to cook that at home because I know I can. And I know being able to buy things that I can price them out and source them, I know I can control my pricing. All right, so this one is just simple. It is salmon. I put it in the air fryer, and we're going to put broccoli in the microwave. I'm letting my microwave and my air fryer cook dinner tonight. I'm tired. So you saw me fillet this fish. The knife that I have is one that my brother has. I'm using it right now. I'm trying them out. You use them on wood to not dull. It actually has a casing that it will go in when I'm done. And I love these knives. They've been absolutely fantastic. Now, I went ahead and cut the whole thing up, but I'm only cooking 4 pieces right now. And one of those is not going to be for my husband. He is at work. To us, salmon is only best when it's fresh. So I will put his piece aside and I will cook it when he gets home. The others will be packaged up and put in my freezer for another meal. Because I'm going to be honest with you, this is actually a serving size. I'm going to start cutting down our serving sizes. I'm going to start weighing things. I'm going to start portioning things. You guys have seen as we went in and started doing all of our when I go in and plate up our dishes, a lot of times our food is actually on a salad plate. That's what we eat off of. We are not big eaters anymore. So I've cut us down to a salad plate. All right, so I'm going to actually, I think I'm going to eat this one. I'm going to save this one for my husband. And then I got one for mom, my son, my mom. Maybe my son's. My mom, that's my husband's. And this one's for the kitty. He gets the tail. I'm very weird, and it's just me, and I know that, and that's okay. I don't like these little tail pieces, the back too. I don't eat this back fillet. He loves salmon. He's a good boy, so we give him salmon. So our good boy has salmon with us tonight. So he's going to have some salmon. Got my husband's right there. So this is olive oil. I'm spraying it on the skin. I do not eat fish skin, but my son does, and he loves it. So number one, not only are you keeping this from sticking to your rack, you are going to help it as it's in the air fryer be able to get that crispy skin on there. So oil the back, flip it over onto my pan. So I got one pan here, and I've got the other one right here. I'm going to put those on here. And then until I can mess with this, I'm just going to push this right here for just a second. Because this takes about 20 minutes to cook. But the first thing I'm going to do is wash my hands again. And then our air fryer that we have has to be preheated. I know most of them say to preheat them and all of this stuff. Our old one, I did not preheat. That air fryer went out on me last year, and I cried and cried and cried. Same time I bought the new dishes, I bought the new air fryer. I've tried. I'm struggling with it. It just hasn't been my favorite. So my husband and I've talked about it, and he doesn't care for it either. We can't figure it out. So I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to order me the one like I had before. I actually got it off of QVC. I'm going to order me another one, and I'm going to sell the one I have. There's nothing wrong with it, just not my cup of tea. And I think that's everybody. Everybody has their own favorite things that they like to use and do. So let me turn that on. Now I do cook this on 400. Not 400. 380, which is a weird temperature, I know. But 380 for 15 minutes. Let me show you my air fryer. So this is my air fryer. It's not the brand, because I love my Instant Pot. Do not get me wrong. It's the best thing I've ever had. It's just the way this is set up. So this is the way it looks. The inside looks nice. It's just a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, but it's okay. But you push it in, and then here's all of your things. So I'm going to hit air fry. I'm going to take this up because I actually warmed up some tacos earlier for us to have for lunch from last night. So 380, and then I'm going up to 15 minutes. All right, and I'm going to start it. Now, what this is doing is preheating it. So ready for me to put our food in. Now, since I am feeding this to the cat as well, cats should not have onion, garlic, certain spices. They're not allowed to have them. So, it'll make them sick. So what I do is on these 3 pieces, I've got my house seasoning, which is salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of turmeric, and then this time I put a little bit of paprika in it. It's so good. It is absolutely amazing. So that's what I've got there. Notice none of that went on his. Now for ours, I'm going to go in and find, give me a moment, y'all. I have my dill weed right here. I put a little bit on his, but not much. And then I do have lemons. I don't feel like slicing one tonight. I feel like I tempted fate enough tonight with the knife. So I'm just going to use some. Yes, I bought this at Sam's. Real lemon juice. Yes, I bought the big ones because Mom and I love lemon. And a lot of my recipes call for lemon juice. I will just use this. Put a little lemon on his just to flavor it. And you can put anything else on there that you want on there. We are pretty basic when it comes to our salmon because I do not want to put so much seasoning on my salmon that I cannot taste my fish. The way that I cook it is not fishy. The way that what I buy isn't fishy. It's our favorite. I have tried salmon from so many different places, and my family keeps asking me to go back to this. This is our favorite. This is the way I make it. My husband, when we first met, he does not like salmon patties, salmon croquettes, however you want to say it. He doesn't like any of that stuff. And he didn't eat salmon with me for a while. But one day, I had made salmon, and he was like, that smells pretty good. So he tasted it, because he will taste it. And he loved it. He ended up eating the whole piece. So now this is the way I make it. So I'm getting ready to put my fillets in the freezer. So I'm writing on it what it is, and that it is 11/25, so I know the date that I put it in here. And this next one, there's only 3 pieces, and then the small one for the kitty. So what I'm going to do is this will be a meal probably when it's just the 3 of us. If it ends up being a meal when my son's home, then the kitty won't get a piece. So it's just the way it works. Or I have found in that book, there was a salmon rice that looked so good. This may be all the salmon I need for that salmon rice. This may be turned into a different recipe for us and not made just like this. I'll be honest with you, if my husband is okay with it, he'll try anything I make. He's just very particular because, like I said, I just got him to eat the salmon. So, all right, so it's just beeping, telling me to insert the food. So what I'm going to do is there are 2 levels. I'm going to start this one on the top, and then I will rotate them and put the smaller pieces on top for the last. I do not want to burn these larger pieces, so I put them on the top to start with so that they don't dry out after a while. So these will go in. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm struggling with my hands today. These are going to go in for 15 minutes. and then I will rotate them. And since that takes 15 minutes, my vegetables only take 7 in the freezer. So I have time to clean this up, and that's what we're going to do. Now, while I'm doing this, let's have a talk. Over the last several years, things have changed for us a good bit. Before my migraines got really bad and I was diagnosed with the rare one that I have, we were very much, and of course, everything was so much more affordable then, but I was able to go to Aldi and spend $250 every 2 weeks and purchase everything for us to be able to eat like this. Salmon, seafood, everything. We felt better. We felt not as inflamed, not as hurting, not as chronic-y, if that makes any sense. And then I got sick and things just kind of went down and I laid it down and haven't picked it back up. So now we're picking it back up. So I'm going to wash this really good because this is my salmon mess here. But I did want to let you know that anytime you change anything, make sure that you talk to your doctor. My doctor has approved of this quite a while ago. We just needed the funds to be able to do it. And right now really is the best time to do it because I had so much that needed to be purchased this month. We went and got the wedding dress. It is back in the closet here. My best friend passed away several years ago, and it's been a day. But we got that taken care of. Spoke on the wedding some, and I talked to her. They were going to the grocery store today as well. And at the time that I am filming this, hopefully everyone has been able to access their funds and be able to get to the grocery store. And I'm so thankful for you guys. I think that's been part of my problem the last week is I think I had worried myself to death. So I'm hoping that everybody's been able to buy their groceries and be able to buy what their family needs. That's all I'm going to say about that. So they were going to the grocery store today, so I told her to go home and rest before her fiance got off of work so they could go to the grocery store because they like to do that together, and I get that. My husband and I do too. I actually had a issue in the store and got so overwhelmed earlier. Like I said, I've been sick for a week, so sometimes after that it takes me a couple of days. So I just quit shopping and came home. So after dinner and after I settle down, I'm going to have to make another grocery list and go to Walmart this time because there's a few things that the other stores don't have that I actually need to get. Coffee, things like that. That's one thing. If you guys follow this diet or anything European or Mediterranean, I'm looking for a good coffee. Mom and I just drink Folgers right now. So, but this is what we feel like is going to help us. I will be able to do a lot outside come spring. I have been looking for raised beds. Time of the year, companies are putting their raised beds on sale, on clearance. You can purchase them pretty good. I noticed some things over on TikTok shop. The double ones, the large ones like I have are $40 for a set right now. So I'm hoping we'll have the extra money after I finish shopping to be able to purchase those because I need 2 more long beds. I would like to have 2 more long beds. So I'm hoping I'll be able to purchase those this weekend. Now what I'm going to do is try to find me some water. I don't know what I've done with my cup, so give me a moment. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm just going to grab some out of the refrigerator. So I went ahead today and I purchased some turkey meat. I will show you what I get. I think I've shown you before, but I do want to show you again. And actually, let me just turn you around. I did clean up my refrigerator earlier, so it doesn't look as bad. So Let me show you. We do purify our water. We have a water purifier over there. It's the zero water one. We love it. We've had it for about 4 years now. Absolutely love it. I got to get a new filter. I can't forget. I've got to get eggs tomorrow. Did not pick up eggs today. Oh, it's so good. Zucchini, green onions, the purpless cucumbers help with me. I use those. Parsley. I had mint today, so I got some mint because a lot of the things, several of the recipes call for mint. I got some little tomatoes. I got some cauliflower. Because, and I've got to get some the peppers tomorrow because the meatballs call for that. Now the meatballs, you can use any type of meat or meat substitute you want. It calls to use a vegetable-based protein. I'm not there yet. The best I've done right now are the lentils. I'm trying my best, y'all. Do not judge me. I struggle with the plant-based meats. I'm not there yet. So I deal with turkey. So what I did get, and this is what I like. Last time I bought it for you, last time I purchased it, it was $1.99. The pound of ground turkey is now $2.19, $2.29. Just so you know, I went up 20 cents. I'm not fussing about 20 cents. $2.29 is still a whole lot cheaper than $5.99 for the cheapest ground beef you can find. I'm happy with this because you guys know my belly can't do cheap. So I can't do it. Like, this is the only ground turkey besides, now I'm going to say this one time. This is probably the only time you're going to hear this name brand come out of my mouth. But there is a Butterball ground turkey farm stand something that Walmart carries. It's in a brown and green thing. I like that one. If I can't find this, I will purchase that one. But that one is $6.99 a pound. So you know Adrian's got to be desperate, and none of the Aldis within a 20-mile radius have ground turkey if I buy it from Walmart. That is the only time you're going to hear that word come out of my mouth and that statement. Because everything I can get from anywhere. I prefer Walmart. I prefer a lot of their things. But when it comes to certain things, I am particular, and this is one of them. I am not a Butterball fan. Just me. My preference, I don't care for them. Don't care for Smithfield brands. There's just certain brands that I don't care for. And it's personal preference. Some's taste, some's other things. I just choose not to do that. So I do love the Walmart brand. So it's the Kirkland brand. Ground turkey. Kirkwood. Sorry, Kirkland is Costco. Kirkwood brand. And that's what I use. I did buy some bacon. My husband's a grits and bacon guy. No matter what I do in the mornings, I will not take his grits away from him. My husband is a very supportive and loving man. If he wants grits in the morning, I'm going to make sure he has cheese grits in the morning. So here's the bacon that I got. I like this one. It's not my favorite, but from Aldi, it's my favorite. All right, so that's what I got. Oh, I did get, yeah, here my refrigerator. Feta, mozzarella. Mine and my son's guilty pleasure. So good. And then 2 things of cheese. Aldi's got cheese on sale this week. $1.79. Those are frozen. So, all right. I think the air fryer might have beeped at me. May not have. We are down to 6 minutes. So I'm going to grab some. Look, my bag's still sitting here. I don't carry a purse. I carried a purse for years, of course. But now with my illnesses and when I have an emergency if we're out. That is actually my medical bag now. All right, so I'm flipping these around and I'm going to put this rack on the top. But see, we've got 5 minutes left. See how good those look? All right, they're not quite done yet, so I'm going to put those back in. And that's going to start back. Freezer, I got to grab some broccoli. Microwave, 7 minutes. These will tell you how long to cook it on the back. We actually have our own preferred, 8 minutes. We have our own preferred cook time on those only because we like them a little bit more done than the suggestion from the company. That broccoli is our second favorite broccoli. Probably, no, it goes with the first one. The broccoli at Sam's and the broccoli at Costco in the freezer are just out of this world. They are amazing. They are delicious. I get a bag of 4 for $8, $9. Just got a message from Sam's today. So I have told y'all before, I'm in the Creator Rewards program for Walmart and Sam's. Still haven't gotten my Walmart my Walmart page is open, but I'm still working on it. So I'm throwing some new things on there for you guys. But the Sam's ones are just now going live. So I've got to get my thing set up and get it put out for you guys. But I will put everything in there that I use. I'm going to have to buy tinfoil. We have had life happen the last couple of days. My brain has happened. Double paid several bills. So we're just a little short right now, which is perfectly okay. It happened. So we're good till January on those. But I'm going to have to wait until the end of the month to do the rest of my bigger stuff that I need to do. Sam's has on the laundry detergent that we use. We use the all-free laundry detergent. It's on sale this month. There's a couple other things. I saw the book today, so I'll go through it again. But I'm going to go get all those things. My milk is on sale. My canned milk, my Eagle brand that we use to put in our bread. That's on sale. I know that I'm not out, and I'm not going to run out this month. But it's $3 off, I believe. I'll double check and let you guys know. But all that stuff's going to go in my storefront when I get it done. Everything that I use, I'm still, even doing this and going the way we're going, I'm still going to need that stuff. You and I are going to learn how to make pita bread. Pita and flatbread's huge. Pita, flatbread, and pizza. They do eat a lot of pizza, which I'm thrilled about. All right, so I did not realize that my battery ran out. Now, I did go get, I went and got my other cookbook for you. This is the one that he bought me for my birthday. So I got several recipes. I did get me a book, and I wrote down what we're going to have this next week. So, I don't know if you guys have heard of arancini. I believe that's how they pronounce it. I do not have my microphone on right now because my phone died. So I'm having to plug it in and charge it while we're talking. So we're going to make those this week. Arancini basically are cheesy rice balls. So we're going to make those this week. Let me show you. Oh my gosh, they look so good. I've been watching them. I watch cooking shows. I love cooking shows. I love to watch, and that's what I was telling you guys, is even my son's best friend loves cooking shows. And he and our cooking competitions. I love cooking competitions. So he and I have even been talking about MasterChef Australia. That's how much cooking competitions. I love cooking. If you don't know how to make something, watch a cooking competition. I learned from Heston, don't know his last name, in Australia on MasterChef. Learned from him how to do a pan-seared duck breast. Watched enough of Gordon Ramsay and his recipe to be able to do my own beef Wellington. So things like that. If there are things you don't know how to cook, find you some cooking competitions. Find you some shows. Because here's the thing, and what they're going to teach you in there is a lot of times they will do, especially the MasterChef Australia. If you've never heard of it, get on Tubi. I believe that's where Mom watches it. And you can watch all of them. They actually have a master class every week. So every so many episodes, you're going to have a master class. They're going to show you how to do so much stuff. So I have my favorite I love Heston. I love to watch Mary Berry. Several of them I absolutely love. I absolutely love. Apparently my brain's not working today. Marco Pierre White. I love to watch him. He puts things into terms that I can understand. He explains certain things. And he says the only time you should make pasta is when you're wanting to make stuffed ravioli or tortellini. If you are making spaghetti or any type of flat noodle, just buy it. So that's what I do. But we are going to learn how to make ravioli. I'm going to learn the difference between ravioli and raviolio. I've heard it called both. I don't know if it's the same or if it's just one country versus another one. Like here we call them herbs. Everywhere else they're called herbs. I've loved to learn, and doing all that's helped me learn, and that's how I'm learning to cook too. So that's where a lot of my passion for my cooking comes from. Besides my parents have cooked all of my life. So while I was trying to get everything together and the phone charged, everything got done. Here's our salmon. Here's the other pieces. The baby, his nose has already been up in the air. He's already been smelling it. Broccoli, I put in my bowl. There's a little bit of butter, a little bit of, I sprayed with just a little bit of olive oil and butter. And then it's got salt and pepper. That's it. So this is what we eat. A lot of times what you'll see is I will be making you a bigger meal, and a lot of times that's what we eat on occasion. This is our normal eating, y'all. This is how we normally eat. We love to eat like this. It's better for you. It's for me. It's better for us. What I'm actually finding out as well, and you have spices to be able to give your food flavor. Absolutely. But did you know what I'm finding out with more of my studying and more of my research, that you can actually, it's the blend of spices that will help with a lot of things. So we're going to try that because, I'm at the point of life to where it's not going to hurt for us to try, right? Because especially if it just makes you feel better, getting a little more cleaner, getting a little more fresh vegetables, because I've gotten really bad on that. And we've not had a lot of fresh vegetables lately. So I'm going to get back into that, and that's what this does. My husband and I talked about it. It is just very important for us and for our health. Because let's be honest, y'all, I just turned 51. He's 54. We're not getting any younger. So it's time for us to start taking care. I'm going to keep this off to the side. I will put this aside for him as his side for his fish. Now, I still have the babies left. And as we like to say, he can't take care of his salmon because he don't have any thumbs. So this is our plate. And yes, this is actually plenty for us. When we first started this, when I first started cutting our portion sizes down to normal portion sizes, I didn't do it all at once. I didn't put as much on the big plate. I started going down. And I've heard people say this for years, y'all. And I thought, it works. I'm here to tell you it works. So now that I'm no longer, I took a GLP-1 for a while earlier this year. I haven't been on one since February, March. And my weight has stayed off. I haven't gained any back. Every once in a while I will, because with my illnesses I'll swell and all. But eating like this has helped me keep it off. And I'm really hoping with blending everything and going back more towards my turkey and things like that, that it's going to help too, because our gut health is a big difference too. So what I'm going to do with his is I take him a bowl, get him a paper bowl, and then I just pull his off the skin. See how easy that comes off? And then look at how juicy it is. It's crazy. I love air frying. I didn't do it before. See how crispy that is? I didn't do it before. I would just bake our fish in the oven or in the pan or whatnot. But when I did this the first time, I don't really know how I started it. I'm not sure if I saw somebody do it or if I thought, hey, I can air fry everything else. How can I do salmon? I think that's what happened. So here's his. I'll call him, and this is his. It's just a little bit of lemon juice. That's all he gets. And then here's my son's plate. and my sweet mama's plate. And then mine. But I want to show you something. Because you see it on the outside. And you see what it looks like. But I want to show you something. Now this part right here. Salmon does this. You're going to crest down. You've got a poofy side and you've got a more of a thin side. This, listen. That crisp up like bacon. Bacon, y'all. Look. Oh my gosh. Oh God, that's good. But see, it's popping right off. Look. It's one of our favorite meals. So, for $15, $16, it was 15 something. And then, what was that, 16 for the salmon? Broccoli, $10 for a bag. We should round up to 10. $10 a bag, 4 bags. $2.50 a bag. $18.50 for a Friday night dinner with salmon and broccoli. If you go to a store, they'll throw a potato on here, mashed potatoes, whatever, and a salad. That is going to cost you more for one plate than what I made. Bear with me here. One meal. Add another $2.50 to that, and I got salmon in the freezer. Gives me 2 meals for less than $20. It's a good meal. It tastes delicious. 20 minutes if I don't talk all night. You're done. So the next time that I make this, because that salmon's already cut up, I will take it out of my freezer the day before, put it in my refrigerator, let it slowly defrost. And then I'll do the same thing. How easy is that? I know you're going to say, Adrian, but $20. Baby, your food stamps came in today. Do you know the protein count on this? I know your kids may not eat it, but try. Because I got a 20-year-old in there that's been cooking like this since he was a baby. There's nothing that child won't eat. Except cabbage. Cooked cabbage. Steamed cabbage. He doesn't like cabbage. Cooked cabbage. He'll eat a Brussels sprout like there's no tomorrow. But he won't eat a cabbage. I don't push it. Don't tell him that. But he'll eat salmon and Brussels sprouts and broccoli. I really believe it's, try it. I introduced this thing with him. Try it, see if you like it. I don't fuss at him if he didn't like something. There's things I don't like. I don't fuss at him. But he's going to try something else. I didn't go back on something else. So this is what, try it. Try it and see. If you can get 2 meals for $20. So $10 a meal. There's 4 of us this will feed. One time. And if I wouldn't give the cat his portion, we could have got 2 full meals for 4 people off of this. $10 a meal. 4 people. That's $2.50. Right? $2.50. And I made Friday night dinner that to me tastes just as good, if not better, than a restaurant. A regular restaurant. It's not a 5-star meal, but it's a dang good meal. So guys, I really want to thank you. There are things coming. There's a lot of things we've been talking about. A lot of things in the works. So I just want you to come with us when we do it. Excuse me. Tomorrow we will be making a recipe that I got off Mealime. I was telling y'all about that. It is an app that I use. I will show it to you tomorrow. Go through it with you tomorrow. I have the free one right now, but I believe I'm going to pay for the yearly subscription. It's like $35 unless it went up. I have to double check. But you can go in there. I'll show you how to do it. You can tell them what your preferences are and everything, and they will give you the meal. They will even give you the grocery shopping list. You can go in and take off what you already have, and it'll give you a list of what you need to make that. So I'm going to go through it, make sure I have everything I think I do, except for my peppers. Oh, it's so good. And even my husband still talks about it. And my son wasn't here, so he's going to be here, so we're going to have it. So I cannot wait to share this with y'all. Like I said, it's one you can use a plant-based protein or whatnot. I use ground turkey. I will get some tofu here soon because we love tofu. I'm going to show you how to use some of that, because if I would have told you there was tofu, you won't know it. Just like the lentils. So guys, it's been a busy day. I'm exhausted, and as you saw earlier, there are lights hanging in my house. I have decorated all week for Christmas in between being down. So I'm going to take the rest of the evening. I'm going to go enjoy my dinner with my family. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. And I just want to say I'm so glad that everything has seemed to work out today. I want you to take care of yourselves. Go get you a treat, because you deserve it. Buy those babies a treat. Get you a treat. Enjoy your weekend. And if it's as beautiful out there where you are as it is where I am, go outside and take your shoes off and hit the grass. Just enjoy the day tomorrow. And we're going to be making turkey meatballs tomorrow. They're fantastic. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your neighbor. Love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, so I did not realize that my battery ran out. Now I did go get, I went and got my other cookbook for you. This is the one that he bought me for my birthday. So I got several recipes. I did get me a book, and I wrote down what we're going to have this next week. So, I don't know if you guys have heard of arancini. I believe that's how they pronounce it. I do not have my microphone on right now because my phone died. So I'm having to plug it in and charge it while we're talking. So we're going to make those this week. Arancini basically are cheesy rice balls. So we're going to make those this week. Let me show you. Oh my gosh, they look so good. I've been watching them. I watch cooking shows. I love cooking shows. I love to watch, and that's what I was telling you guys, is even my son's best friend loves cooking shows. And he and our cooking competitions. I love cooking competitions. So he and I have even been talking about MasterChef Australia. That's how much cooking competitions. I love cooking. If you don't know how to make something, watch a cooking competition. I learned from Heston, don't know his last name, in Australia on MasterChef. Learned from him how to do a pan-seared duck breast. Watched enough of Gordon Ramsay and his recipe to be able to do my own beef Wellington. So things like that. If there are things you don't know how to cook, find you some cooking competitions. Find you some shows. Because here's the thing, and what they're going to teach you in there is a lot of times they will do, especially the MasterChef Australia. If you've never heard of it, get on Tubi. I believe that's where Mom watches it. And you can watch all of them. They actually have a master class every week. So every so many episodes, you're going to have a master class. They're going to show you how to do so much stuff. So I have my favorite, I love Heston. I love to watch Mary Berry. Several of them I absolutely love. I absolutely love, I'm telling you, my brain's not working today. Marco Pure White. I love to watch him. He puts things into terms that I can understand. He explains certain things. And he says the only time you should make pasta is when you're wanting to make stuffed ravioli or tortellini. If you are making spaghetti or any type of flat noodle, just buy it. So that's what I do. But we are going to learn how to make ravioli. I'm going to learn the difference between ravioli and raviolio. I've heard it called both. I don't know if it's the same or if it's just one country versus another one. Like here we call them herbs. Everywhere else they're called herbs. I've loved to learn, and doing all that's helped me learn, and that's how I'm learning to cook too. So that's where a lot of my passion for my cooking comes from. Besides my parents have cooked all of my life. So while I was trying to get everything together and the phone charged, everything got done. Here's our salmon. Here's the other pieces. The baby, his nose has already been up in the air. He's already been smelling it. Broccoli, I put in my bowl. There's a little bit of butter, a little bit of, I sprayed with just a little bit of olive oil and butter. And then it's got salt and pepper. That's it. So this is what we eat. A lot of times what you'll see is I will be making you a bigger meal, and a lot of times that's what we eat on occasion. This is our normal eating, y'all. This is how we normally eat. We love to eat like this. It's better for you. It's for me. It's better for us. What I'm actually finding out as well, and you have spices to be able to give your food flavor. Absolutely. But did you know what I'm finding out with more of my studying and more of my research, that you can actually, it's the blend of spices that will help with a lot of things. So we're going to try that because, I'm at the point of life to where it's not going to hurt for us to try, right? Because especially if it just makes you feel better, getting a little more cleaner, getting a little more fresh vegetables, because I've gotten really bad on that. And we've not had a lot of fresh vegetables lately. So I'm going to get back into that. And that's what this does. My husband and I talked about it. It is just very important for us and for our health. Because let's be honest, y'all, I just turned 51. He's 54. We're not getting any younger. So it's time for us to start taking care. I'm going to keep this off to the side. I will put this aside for him as his side for his fish. Now, I still have the babies left. And as we like to say, he can't take care of his salmon because he don't have any thumbs. So, this is our plates. And yes, this is actually plenty for us. When we first started this, when I first started cutting our portion sizes down to normal portion sizes, I didn't do it all at once. I didn't put as much on the big plate. I started going down. And I've heard people say this for years, y'all. And I thought, it works. I'm here to tell you it works. So now that I'm no longer, I took a GLP-1 for a while earlier this year. I haven't been on one since February, March. And my weight has stayed off. I haven't gained any back. Every once in a while I will, because with my illnesses I'll swell and all. But eating like this has helped me keep it off. And I'm really hoping with blending everything and going back more towards my turkey and things like that, that it's going to help too, because our gut health is a big difference too. So what I'm going to do with his is I take him a bowl, get him a paper bowl, and then I just pull his off the skin. See how easy that comes off? And then look at how juicy it is. It is crazy. I love air frying. I didn't do it before. See how crispy that is? I didn't do it before. I would just bake our fish in the oven or in the pan or whatnot. But when I did this the first time, I don't really know how I started it. I'm not sure if I saw somebody do it or if I thought, hey, I can air fry everything else. How can I do salmon? I think that's what happened. So here's his. I'll call him, and this is his. It's just a little bit of lemon juice. That's all he gets. And then here's my son's plate. And my sweet mama's plate. And then mine. I want to show you something. Because you see it on the outside. And you see what it looks like. But I want to show you something. Now this part right here. Salmon does this. You're going to crest down. You've got a poofy side and you've got a more of a thin side. This, listen. That crisp up like bacon. Bacon, y'all. Look. Oh my gosh. Oh God, that's good. But see, she's popping right off. Look. It's one of our favorite meals. So, for $15, $16, 15 something. And then, what was that, 16 for the salmon? Broccoli, $10 for a bag. We should round up to 10. $10 a bag, 4 bags. $2.50 a bag. $18.50 for a Friday night dinner with salmon and broccoli. If you go to a store, they'll throw a potato on here, mashed potatoes, whatever, and a salad. That is going to cost you more for one plate than what I made. Bear with me here. One meal. Add another $2.50 to that, and I got salmon in the freezer. Gives me 2 meals for less than $20. It's a good meal. It tastes delicious. 20 minutes if I don't talk all night. You're done. So the next time that I make this, because that salmon's already cut up, I will take it out of my freezer the day before, put it in my refrigerator, let it slowly defrost. And then I'll do the same thing. How easy.
So this video, when you guys see it, I know you're probably going to laugh. Yesterday, this is the next day, I have actually already filmed a video that you probably have seen, the pizza one. And I was going through this one because it's so long, it's an hour long. And then I realized that almost through the end of my video, my microphone cut back off again. So in the middle of editing, I realized that. I'm so thankful that I did. But I thank you for bearing with me through this. But anyways, I was actually talking to my husband last night. Once he got home, all I did was put his, he messaged me when he was leaving work because he knew we were having salmon last night. So he messaged me when he was leaving work, and I put his salmon in the air fryer, and I got it ready for him. And I warmed up the broccoli, and he ate it. And of course, the cat, you guys would have thought he would have not had any salmon. But of course, that salmon's so good. If I would have had the other 4, I could have made another dinner last night. I was not hungry at all, but it's just that good. So anyways, I warmed that up. And while we were talking, he and I, a lot of times if I talk to him, I can just get my brain working. And the salmon that I purchased was a side. It was a long fillet, where it's what I call the family size, or if you want to meal prep or whatever you like. Do a lot of people meal prep with that? I did look till I found the $15 one. They have the sides, and they range anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on the size they are. Sometimes they're bigger, and when they're on sale, I will buy them up. I'll buy several, cut them up, have them in the freezer. But they don't have just the long ones. You can also get a smaller, what they call a fillet. Well, of course, that fillet is still big enough for 2 of us to eat. So if I know it's just going to be 2 of us, or if there's just going to be 4 of us, or if I want a new recipe, I can buy smaller ones. If there's only you or another person, or there's only 2 of you, look at the smaller fillets. They're around $6, $7. And then in the freezer section at Aldi, if you don't go to Sam's, you don't want to go there, don't buy that much. Go find you a vegetable. Find you a can. Canned vegetables are $1.25, I think, for a can. Don't even ask me. But I know that they're vegetables. Like, I buy the broccoli there at Aldi as well. It's a smaller bag. Brussels sprouts, all of that stuff. They run anyway. The broccoli and the Brussels sprouts run around $129, $139 for a bag. So I still know what that is. So if I needed to, I could still pull one meal for under $10 just at Aldi. I was just using what I had here. All of that to tell you this: you can still eat very healthy at home with good quality foods that you've not spent a ton of money on. I had never actually broken that price point down before until last night with you guys. So the more I've thought about it, now I'm on this whole price point thing. I've just been able to put in what we can afford to put in and then be able to make things work. But I've never broken it down per person per meal. So that's going to be fun for me. I think after we get our footing with this this newer way of eating, and to get back on schedule, I think I'm going to break it down, cost per meal per person. Very important to me to be able to do that. I did the last video that you saw, and the pizza video. Mom went to the pantry this morning. It was just to ride through, thankfully. So I did get some canned goods, and I'm so glad because I did not realize how much I cook, and I've been going through them. So she's going to start going back to the pantries on Tuesday. My sister-in-law's going to come pick her up and take her up from it. I just cannot. It is a huge process. It's a lot of people. This one you walk through, you don't drive through. With my health, It takes about 4 hours for them to do that because they have to go into the next city. It takes about 30 minutes to get up there. And then, not the next city, or the next city in our county. And then the time getting back, getting through and all that. So it's just, we've not done that since Mom's broke her hip. So she's going to go Tuesday. So I'm really excited about that. Times are hard for everybody. Things are a little uneasy. So I'm trying to do things that I know how to do when I know that I need to be a little more intentional. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to be intentional with everything that I bring in this house, with everything that we eat. I want to cut down on food waste for us because I feel bad thinking that we're not eating that and I can't freeze it or repurpose it. And if it goes bad, if I forget to put it up or something, then I feel bad because I feel like I've taken from somebody else. So my intentional is to be extremely intentional on how much I make, how it's eaten, and how often it's eaten, and making sure that I watch my rotation of leftovers in the refrigerator. What I have started doing, and it's helped, is I've made it a point, and I am intentionally, after I cook supper, but not today because we purposefully made just enough for dinner last night. But like tonight, I've got a recipe in the new book that we're going to try. I've got pita bread. I'm going to make my own pita bread. I got a recipe off of meal lime that I told y'all about before. That's for a Mediterranean meatball that I use turkey meat in. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to make hummus. We're going to have dinner tonight from what I make. So here in a bit, I'm going to wrap this one up, get it up for you, and then I'm going to start that one. So we're going to make our first pita bread together. So I'm very excited about that. And then while that's going, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about meal lime and what I'm going to go into because my husband and I talked about that, and I want a yearly subscription. And there's a reason for that, and I'll explain all that to you in the next video. So guys, I know this is a lot, and I've given you a lot of information, and it's been about an hour. I think I've talked your ears off long enough. So you saw the date we had yesterday. Thank you for bearing with me through the technical difficulties in the microphone. I'm going to get me a couple more so that I have backup. My husband and I talked about that. Do me a favor. I have been seeing it. Thank you so much for being here. I have been seeing a little more activity. So hopefully this is helping. I did make tacos the other night from lentils, and you guys will be very surprised. We're going to make those again. I think I've told y'all that. So just stay with me. We're getting ready to have a lot of fun. It's wintertime. I can't garden. I can't get outside. So we're stuck in the house. So we're going to be cooking and trying new recipes. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being interactive with me. Talk to me. Ask questions if there's anything that you need, anything you need help with, any suggestions that you have. Please let me know because we are in this off season going to be buying to do our gardening. So I'm expanding our garden, and we're going to get more in depth with our garden next year. I'm so excited about that. Watching, like I said, watch your sales. Grab things when they're on clearance this winter for gardening because they don't want to take it over into the next year. A lot of times they're going to put that stuff on sale now because they don't want to inventory it in the new year. Always great hints. So guys, if you would hit the subscribe button, send this video to somebody or the channel to somebody you think it may help. Just let me know, comment, like, subscribe. You guys have a fantastic day. And as I always say, take care of yourself and take care of your neighbors because we are all we